Why? How's it going? My name is Colin Winters. I'm the host of A Panthers Place, and we are going over the 10-17 loss to the Tennessee Titans, in which everything was as it usually is, which is awful. So yeah, right after the game. So, oh my God, I'm going to go over the very few good things real quick, just so the beginning of this video isn't pure vitriol. And the good is that Evero continues to be the best coach that we have seen in a long time, making the defense play at a high level despite all the injuries. On offense, we saw Young getting a little bit more comfortable with scrambling. That was good to see. And with the defense and not just, Evero, good plays in the backfield to keep Derrick Henry from getting too much steam up ahead for the most of the game, and getting actual pressure on Levis every now and then, even though Levis does pretty well under pressure. But still, those were the good things. But now, that was fucking it. That was all the good things. Now we go into the vitriol I was talking about, which was holy fucking shit. Does Frank Reich need to be fired? Does Tepper need to sell the team? Does Fitterer need to be fired? I cannot express how utterly disappointed I am in this team. And this isn't even a terrible loss. This was just a loss, all right? It was two shitty teams going at it, and Tennessee, being the slightly less shitty team, was able to get the win over us being the shittiest team in the NFL. The first thing I want to go over is the fact that Reich, why did you take back play calling? I do not understand. You were awful the entire first half of the season. We head into the bye. You give it to Thomas Brown. He gets us our only win this entire season. And then he calls for a few more. And on the Dallas game, you take it back, show that you have no idea what you're doing once again. At least Thomas Brown was trying a few different things. He wasn't great, but he's a rookie play caller. Why wouldn't you give him more time, like you're doing with your rookie quarterback, to actually show what he can do? But no, instead you and your massive fucking ego take back play calling and proceed to stink it up. I made a list of some of the most egregious plays I watched live, and they are in chronological order. A pitch play on 3rd and 1 that went 7 yards backwards where they had a wide receiver supposed to be blocking for a defensive tackle. We have, after losing another interior O-lineman, we have a halfback dive up the middle on 3rd and mid. On 3rd and 18, a fucking screen pass to Miles Sanders. A shotgun run up the middle on a 3rd and 1 on the 7-yard line. Sure, we ended up getting the touchdown after that, but because the next play ended up working by pure luck, it doesn't mean the pass play wasn't a fucking shitty-ass play call. And then a screen to DJ Chark on 4th and 6 with the game on the line. If you heard that and said that makes no fucking sense, or even laughed at that, yeah, because that's the right fucking response to the bullshit I just read off my screen. Reich continues to be the worst possible head coach we could have brought in. And in hindsight is 2020. I can't say that everything needs to be blown up because of that hiring, but when you figure out over and over again that it's not working, we need this impatient owner who seems to be going through head coaches like this and fucking on sale Black Friday deals on head coaches for a soccer team. Why isn't he doing more and being impatient with the football team? Why do we have to wait? Why do the Panthers fans have to wait for you to actually do something with your shitty ass head coach who has been historically bad for this franchise? Instead, we're just sitting here watching him day after day, game after game, ruin the first overall pick of this draft because he can't scheme for him worth of fucking shit? My entire life, I've been a Panthers fan. From 2003 to now. 20 years on this earth, I have been a Panthers fan. And that will not change. But that also means I have seen ups and downs. The Panthers are the youngest team in NFL next to Jaguars. I've only missed the beginning portion of them being around. I've been a fan ever since. So I can say with certainty that this is one of the worst times to be a fan of the Carolina Panthers franchise, because there is not even a semblance of hope. The hope of having Bryce Young is gone because we don't trust the ownership. We don't trust from the top to bring in the guys to help develop him correctly. This is not a knock on Bryce, it's a knock on the ownership. Why are we supposed to be hopeful for Bryce when we're seeing that we cannot even put him in the position to be average? He went into the worst position of any rookie in the NFL. We were absolutely fucking like, we thought we were the best situation to go to at the time of the offseason. Why? Because our sleazy car salesman of an owner and GM told us that we built a roster that was just a QB away. Well, they fucking lied. We believed them because we thought we were seeing our team finally be aggressive, finally do something new, try to go back into that winning culture that we had just not too long ago. But no, they lied and they're complacent and they're being stagnant. We are a stagnant pool of fucking pond scum. That is what we are to this league. The offense, wide receiver injuries again. Why was Laviska Shenault on the fucking field when he was not ready, and yet you have Raheem Blackshear, who when he is returning has been one of the statistically best returners in the game? Why is he healthy and active, and you're forcing Shenault to go back out there, and the first thing he does is aggravate his injury? That is malpractice, and that should get you a fucking fine from the NFLPA. Our O-line, we had so many O-line injuries this game. We were down to our last guys. If anyone went down, we would have been fucked because Ricky Lee, the shitty tackle that no one knows exists half the time, he would have had to go in, but guess what? He couldn't have. He was inactive. We have no depth on our O-line, and that makes it so that we have no run game up the middle. We had no run game the entirety of the first half, and the fact that no one can block for Young. He's constantly having to roll out and make magic happen behind the line of scrimmage, but then the wide receiver still can't get separation even on scramble drill for him to throw the ball to. Ikem Ekwonu continues to be the most enigmatic, regression story ever. He played with a little bit gung-hoiness in his rookie year. Got a few more penalties than you would like, but he still played hard. He played with aggression. He was a good blocker, especially in the run game. Now, he's a fucking turnstile. If you do any speed move on the outside, he can't stop anything. I don't know what the issue is. Hopefully, it's just a sophomore slump, but even so, that would have been the biggest fucking slump in sophomore slump history. But hopefully he'll get better next year, and maybe we should move him to a different position in the line to see if he just can't handle the speedy guys on the outside. Put him in guard so he has more options for help against the speed rushers. I don't know, but holy fuck. Young had another fumble because of the fact that Icky was a fucking turnstile, just swung open like a barn door on a speed move, and the guy was able to get behind him as he was getting ready to throw it away, and he knocked the ball out. And also, Young continues to get smacked over and over again. He shows that he is one of the toughest QBs in the league right now, because at his frame getting smacked as much as he's been, you have to be tough to be able to withstand that and get up and continue to play at the level he's been playing at. And the defense, you don't have that many issues. I will be honest. So some of the issues were that when you are open field tackling Derrick Henry, a lot of times if he's past line of scrimmage, you're not getting his legs. And you need to be able to do that against Derrick Henry, because that's his main point. If he continues to move those legs, he's going to power over you. And also, our secondary needs to stop playing soft coverage so much. Even though it seems like some of the calls on the defense are for man coverage, the DBs themselves are playing a little bit too far off the receivers, allowing them to make moves and break tackles. So arm tackling by the DBs and soft coverage, that's not going to stand. I'm just so goddamn tired of seeing the same shit play out week after week after week. Defense does good. Defense gets a stop. Offense does nothing. Offense does nothing. Special teams, maybe they do a good play. That means the offense immediately after, nothing. Defense gets tired. They can't hold on forever. They finally let up a big play. Offense continues to do nothing. Can't support the defensive effort. It is the same fucking script every day. Whatever NFL script writer has been around has been pressing copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste for the past fucking 10 weeks. Overall, I'm sorry to Bryce Young. I'm sorry to the few players on the team who are playing their hearts out every week. Burns, Luvu, all of them. I'm sorry for Evero, who is probably not even going to be looked at for a real position on this Carolina team. Not that I think you would even want it. If I was the owner, I'd be firing Reich and putting Evero in as the head coach. But I'm not the owner. No one who is an actual fan is the owner, because Tepper is acting like he's a division rival fan and just destroying this fucking team. All right, well, that's all I have for this video before I have a fucking aneurysm. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my pain and suffering this entire season, and I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.